Hey everybody, welcome back. Dirty Doug here. Out shit, doing some more Econoline things, man. Just step by step, little bit by bit. Gets closer and closer to when I can actually jump in it and be able to drive it and have brakes and all that wonderful, delicious goodness that you have to have on a vehicle to make them work. So I've been ram jamming today, so I did a couple things. I've been here for a little while, so I made a pattern for that hole up there. I'm going to get a piece of metal to cover that with. The piece of metal is going to be body screwed into there, and I'm going to one piece of metal. I'm just going to cut a couple of these vents out of this so it can breathe a little back there. Yeah, I mean, that sounds cool. And then there's also a cover on the inside. This one right here. I mean, it's close, but I mean, it just gets to breathe outside the cab. The cab will breathe a bit. This one goes in the inside. This one goes in the inside. There's a bunch of those going the inside around the motor. Eventually, those will get in, but right now it's them brake things. So, last off, when I was out here, I was saying for the back brakes, which they look minty, mind you, they look very minty. I was going to get my back brake cylinders, so that did happen. They pulled through for me, so that's awesome. All right, rotors are just like new, all cleaned up, scratched up on the inside, as good as they need to be. But they're in minty condition, and not only that, everything else is minty too. Like I was saying, back brake shoes, minty. Got the brand new wheel cylinders on it, minty. So everything is in working order and back together on this side. Shebang. The line turned out of the other cylinder. The line's turned out of both of them, no problem at all. Believe it or not, the line turned right out. And just like Nate said when he was under there, the bleeder screws, they both turned out too. No doubt if I filled them full of some delicious goodness, I have a can of delicious goodness here. That's a good idea. If I filled them up full of delicious goodness and got them working, I could probably use these again, no doubt. I could probably use those again if I wanted to work them and get them freed again. They might work on the front because I'm assuming it has the same shit all the way around on it. But yeah, there that is, right? So the emergency brake needs to be adjusted up there. It's a little cable goes around there. It needs to be adjusted up there. So I got to get in. I can see the thing from here, actually. And the cable needs to be adjusted before it can actually all go together so the emergency brake works. So, yeah, I've got to get under the vehicle and do that. But everything's minty, all back together. Yep, there's that one. The other side was the same deal. Of course, one side was more trickier than the other for me to do. One side always goes bad, one side always goes smooth, right? Yeah, more minty gear, right? I said the back brake pads that's what was on it when I took it off. They're minty and new, same as me drum here. She's in good shape too, inside and out, and everything's in working order there too. I'm pretty sure bleeder screw came right out. It's not a problem. So that'll make me happy. Do the brakes work? I don't know. I'm not going to press them. They still need to be bled. Right? They still need to be bled out. And the emergency brake needs to be adjusted. So that means I got to crawl into there and do some spraying on some of that stuff to get it adjusted and right. So yeah, we're climbing under the vehicle here. Hold on a second. I'll show you some of the dirt that's under here that we got. And I'm gonna have to tackle here in a bit. I'm gonna have to tackle some of this dirt. What you see this rear end? It's just caked everywhere. It's the old Mexican dirt, and it's all caked on here too. But look how minty this thing is all up in here, right? That's how minty it is, right? It just got dirt all over it. Look, all up in there. Minty, right? There's the frame there. Shocks. Look at this part right here. Look how good condition it is in. All up in there and stuff. Isn't that crazy? It's just got surface rust and dirt all over it. So I'm gonna have to get under there, clean all the dirt off this rear end and stuff. It's all caked up there in the corners and stuff. Here's my emergency brake thing, jiggers. They need to be sprayed with some delicious goodness here. All that thing needs to be sprayed with some delicious goodness. So I can get things to turn later. They move. Won't hurt to spray it all down. I'm using, what am I using? Chain lube. Good stuff. Using the good stuff. Yeah. So, that's pretty much what I did today. Crawling around under the vehicle a little bit here now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to have back brakes. So, I just got to get myself a good bleeding partner here. Get a good bleeding partner. I know I need to adjust that line over there, but you can tell by looking at it. I get a bleeding partner going on, so that would probably be Nathan. So then the next trip with this thing is going to be starting up, poking it out the door, so we can get this. We still haven't got the tire changer moved around to where it wants to go, but this has to get out of the way first, and that's about what I'm at. Is just making this move. Then the next steps will be I want to put a seat in it before I drive it out. So I'm going to put that seat back together. I'm just going to throw it in with the springs on it. I'm just going to sit in it just like that. Get another battery cover here. It's really nice. It's really good shape. The battery cover is minty. I'm going to throw this seat back in it. Just have something to sit on that's right. And yeah, every day, you guys. So moving forward. Now, the next step for front brakes is going to be, I'm hoping that the brakes are minty up there too. I might need another rotor because I took a chunk of that one up there, or a drum because I took a chunk of that one up there. I got to get them off. I'm going to need flex hoses. Nathan said I'm probably going to need 2 more cylinders, which I didn't get because they weren't expensive. They were only $4 a piece, $5 a piece, but by the time I got them, they were like $30. So that's not bad for 2. But I could only get the rear. I couldn't get the front ones that cheap. So I didn't buy them all at the same time. But yeah, and front brakes. Yay! That's exciting. It's so it gets dark quick around here. So I haven't been outside much today, and look, damn snow. You got Betty sitting out there getting snowed on. The Jeep sitting out there getting snowed on. Them things got to get in and get fixed too. Yeah, it's snowing out right now. So yeah, supper time for me. I'm going in for supper. And more things to come moving forward, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Sturdy Doug doing little things out in the shed. Doing little things bit by bit. We're going to get there. And I might even have 2 seats by looks of things here, if I can keep on moving along the way I am. So anyways, thanks for tuning in, you guys. Just that little bit of today I did. I know it's nothing special, but it means a lot when she stops. Get that right. So yeah, Sturdy Doug, over and out.